Hello viewers, this is Jubli Saikia and you're watching My News Any. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar today hailed Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Indian Armed Forces for the successful execution of Operation Sindoor. Here we are bringing you the full details. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar hails Modi for Operation Sindoor. Compares strike to Osama bin Laden. Deepest cross-border strike, says VP. Terror hubs in Pakistan precisely hit. Encourage students to embrace self-learning. Yes, viewers, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar, while speaking at the Jaipuriya Institute of Management's annual convocation at Bharat Mandapam, hailed Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Indian Armed Forces for the successful execution of Operation Sindoor. Dhankhar characterized the operation, which targeted hubs within Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, as a remarkable retaliation befitting our ethos of peace and tranquility, emphasizing its precision and calibration to minimize collateral damage. He declared that Bharat has done it and done it to the knowledge of the global community, highlighting India's transparent and assertive stance in addressing cross-border terrorism. Dhankhar drew a significant parallel between Operation Sindoor and the 2011 US operation that eliminated Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. He noted the timing coincidence, both occurring in May, and the strategic similarity in targeting high-value terrorist operatives. He refrained from naming bin Laden, but referred the global terrorists who planned, supervised and executed the September 11 attack, stating it was dealt with by US forces in the comparable manner. The Vice President framed Operation Sindoor as a response to the deadliest terror attack on Indian civilians since the 2008 Mumbai attacks, referring the incident in Pahalgam, and reiterated Modi's free message from Bihar, asserting that the world now recognizes the reality of India's resolve. Furthermore, Dhankhar elaborated on the strategic depth of Operation Sindoor, mentioning the targeting of Jaish-e Mohammed in Bahawalpur and Lashkar-e-Taiba in Murigde, deep within Pakistani territory. He asserted that the operation has set a new benchmark in the mechanisms of war and the fight against terrorism. Shifting his focus to the graduating students, Dhankhar praised the current environment of hope and possibility in India, attributing its the government affirmative policies. He encouraged the students to continue their learning journey, emphasizing that graduation is not the end of education, and urged them to always be a good learner and acquire the skill of self-learning. He highlighted the conducive ecosystem, enabling the students to realize their demands and aspirations. Here is what Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has stated.
Since I am addressing youth of the country in particular, my salutations to our armed forces and visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi for remarkable success of ongoing Sindoor operation. It was a remarkable retaliation befitting our ethos of peace and tranquility to the barbarity that happened on April 22 Pahalgam, deadliest attack on our civilians since 2008 Mumbai attacks. The Prime Minister of the country, Shri Narendra Modi, sent a message from India's heartland, Bihar, to the entire global fraternity. Those were not empty words. The world has now realized what he said is a reality. In the mechanics of war and fight against terrorism, a new benchmark has been set. Indian armed forces targeted Jaish-e-Mohammed at Bahawalpur, deep inside Pakistan territory, beyond international border, headquarters of Jaish-e-Mohammed. Also Lashkar-Taiba's base, Muridke. No one is asking for proof now. No one is asking for it. The world has seen, acknowledged, and we have seen this saga, how that country is deeply engrossed in terrorism when coffins are taken with armed forces and military power and political power accompanying them. Justice done by Bharat to Sindoor in sublimity.
That's all for now. For further updates, keep watching My News 8.